Yeah, hi everybody. I'm gonna move over here a little bit because that cupboard's open and I know that drives Jennifer crazy. Hi everybody, yeah, it's me again. Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Tina. Hi. Yeah, we are working on Come Cook With Me. Yes, we are. I have already started doing the peeling of the potatoes. Now the reason you're going to see a mess behind me. I am going to be doing a come clean with me, but I'm in the middle of charging my phone. And luckily when it comes to this, I can, stop the camera and charge it as I finish part of it. And right now we're doing the peeling of the potatoes. And I'm sure you're dying to watch me peel a potato. So let's go ahead and peel this potato. Yes. Yeah, you can hear my washer in the background. It is Ryan's turn to do the wash, and that is what he is doing. So we're just gonna peel the potato. And did I say we're making scalloped potatoes? I can't remember. This is a recipe that was handed down from my grandma, my grandma Teeter, who taught it to my mom, and my mom taught it to me, as with all my recipes that you have seen. So we're just gonna finish peeling this potato. You know, I don't use a potato peeler, I just use a paring knife. I find it's easier this way, especially when you gotta, cut it up. And so for the potatoes, for the scalloped potatoes, you got to slice them. And I usually slice them to about this thickness. So we're just going to go ahead and keep slicing the potato. Try not to cut my fingernails in the process. I usually put it down here and just slice it this way, because obviously it's much easier for me. I'll cut it in half, slice it like that, and then good enough. We'll go ahead and peel another one. And then I'll turn the camera off again and allow my battery to charge until it's time to get to the next part of this cooking video, which will be cutting up the other tidbits that I throw inside it. I usually put in a slice of ham, but I do not have ham, so I won't be including that. And I don't eat the ham in the scalloped potatoes. I just add it to add flavoring. But of course, you can eat the ham. But I don't know. I just don't like the taste of the ham in the scalloped potatoes. My son likes it. He'll eat it. But not me. And the reason I cut it in half is mainly so that I can place it flat and then slice it. That's got a spot on it, so I'm going to put that in the garbage. And there. So I'm going to finish cutting up these potatoes, and then when I get to the next part of the cooking video, we will come back. So until then, bye. Yeah, hi, we're back. And I'm just going to wipe off this plate that I used to cut the potatoes. So I went ahead and I finished the potatoes. I rinsed them off, drained them, so the potatoes are ready to go. And I forgot to mention, I use a 5-pound bag of potatoes. I got my Dutch oven. You're going to need a stick of butter, 2 cans of Spam. These I bought at Aldi's, so they're just called luncheon meat, but they taste just like Spam in my opinion. You're going to need some garlic salt, or you can just use garlic powder. That is your preference. Some pepper, coriander. I add coriander to everything. And an onion, and you can either use a yellow onion or you can use a red onion. That's your preference as well. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to pan you down again. And we're going to cut up this onion. So we'll do that real quick. I try to cut the onion really fast so it doesn't make me cry. Because we all know how onions like to make you cry. So right now I'm just cutting off the edges of it. I'm just going to throw those away real quick. I'm going to try to get these extra little pieces. And then I'll just peel off the outer edge of it. Just like so. Try to keep all of it together. Good enough. There. And I'll throw that part away. And now we're going to slice them up quickly. Trying to throw all the, I'm just going to throw this piece away that fell out. Okay. And I leave mine pretty thick. And I do it in a dice. If I can. And I just dice them up and separate them. Good enough. This one's not gonna cooperate as nicely as the other one. Maybe it will. Almost. There we go. I'll just break them up. Good enough. And then I'm going to try to move them over to make room for the butter. And then I'm just going to open it up. Try to anyways. There we go. And then I'm just going to put this into slices. Trying to get that so I can cut it twice. Okay. Starting to make my eyes water, so I'm going to move this to the end of the table to get it away from my eyeballs. And there. And I'm going to go wash my hands real quick to get the onion off my hands. Okay, and this last plate is for the Spam. So we're going to open it up. And you know the fun part, getting it out of this can. Come on. Might have to go digging. Come on, Spam. I think I heard a squish noise, meaning it's starting to move. Okay, we're gonna have to help it a little bit. Kind of just squeeze in the sides. Give it a little bit of help. Now it's starting to come. Come on. There, babe. Big old glob of the gelatin stuff. We don't want that gelatin stuff, so we're just gonna kind of just scrape it off with the knife. Okay, now get the other one out. See if this one comes out any easier. You remember the good old days when we had to open these with a key? You remember that? Were you around for that? This time, instead of tapping the bottom, I'm just going to try to squeeze the top. Because sometimes that works too. Yeah, that seems to work better. Big old glob of gelatin on top. We'll just wipe that off. It's not that it'll, you know, make it any worse tasting or anything. I mean, it's not like a terrible thing. I just like to wipe it off. Yeah, I do. The gelatin. You know, Wendy was telling me that her hot dogs come in a can in England, and they have it's covered in brine. And I just got to wondering if maybe the stuff, this gelatin I'm kind of wiping off, is what they call brine. Curious. Just making sure my camera's on. Wouldn't be the first time I forgot to turn it on. I think I got it all off. So we're just going to go ahead and slice this up. If I can get them separated a little bit more. And I try to slice them not too thick, but then not too thin either. I'm going to just grab that one on the bottom so it doesn't fall on the table. And then, of course, you can either leave them this big or you can cut them in half. I mean, that's your preference. Or you can not use this at all. You can just use ham. I like the taste of this stuff, but not all people do. I like it on sandwiches. I don't cook it and put it on sandwiches. I'll eat it plain like this on a sandwich with some mustard. And it is delicious. I don't cut them in half. I leave them whole. I'm just going to put that over there. I think I see a hair. Guess it was my imagination. I thought I saw a hair. Yeah, I might slice into that one, but oh well. Oh, to the well. I should have got a bigger plate, but I did not. There, we got them all cut up. And none touched the table because I'm that good. Okay, we're done with the knife. I'm not going to wash my hands because I'm just going to get them all ooey gooey. So, now all we're going to do is start layering. So we start with a couple pads of butter. And then we start layering all the stuff. Trying to grab a handful of the potatoes. I almost called them tomatoes. And then some onions. Some of the treat. If I can grab some. Well, not treat, but Spam. And take my advice, don't use treat. That stuff is nasty. And I forgot to open up my seasonings. That's why I'm wiping my hands off. Some coriander. Some garlic salt. And some of the pepper. And then we start again. I'm going to bring the potatoes down to me so that I can reach them. This time we're going to grab about a whole bunch of the butter. Whole bunch of the Spam. And a handful of the onions. Garlic salt. Coriander. And some pepper. And then we go again with another layer. I have enough for one more layer on top of this one. So let's layer the Spam. Some more onion. I want just a little bit of onion left, so I'm just going to take another handful. I'm just going to keep 2 out for the top, that is the butter. And then garlic salt, coriander, and the pepper. And then we're on our last layer. So put our potatoes on. Layer the last of the Spam on top. I eat a piece. Onions. I'm just trying to grab them all. And then a couple butter. And then the seasonings again. Almost out of the garlic salt. Need to get some more. Now the last ingredient you're going to need to add to it is some milk. Now I'm not exactly sure how much milk I add to it. I just dump it in until I think it has enough. And I just kind of just pour it around it. And I think that's good. I think I'm going to take a little bit of the spreadable butter that I have right here. And just put some on the top of it. I want a little bit more butter in there. If you wanted to, you could add 2 sticks. I think that's good. I'm just going to move it over more to the middle. There. So then I'm going to put aluminum foil over the top. and I will put it in the oven at 400 for 1 hour. So there, the scalloped potatoes are in. They're cooking. It took me 30 minutes to do all the prep work. That includes peeling the potatoes, cutting the onion, cutting up the Spam, throwing it all together. So about 30-35 minutes of prep work. And now it's in the oven, at 400 for an hour. It should definitely be done maybe in 45 minutes to an hour. I will start checking it in 45 minutes to see if it's almost done. And mainly you just stick your fork in the potatoes, and if the potatoes are done, then it's done. And usually after it is done, I know it's done, I'll take the aluminum foil off it and leave it in the oven for another 10 minutes. And that will crisp up the Spam that's on top. So, that's an optional step if you choose to do that. But yeah, so that's it. So don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And here you'll see my little picture, so click on it. Click on if you haven't subscribed yet, because I post new videos almost every day. Until next time, bye.